This image, keep it in your head. Look how nice and clean this whole area is, right? If we go to the other side, boom. What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we are finally taking apart the motor and seeing what actually broke, because what I'm thinking is a piston and like a fuel injector stayed open or something, but we don't know yet 100%. So we're actually gonna take it apart today, like right now. It's like 7 at night and it's cold in this garage because the home garage still, as you can see, there's no lighting yet. I haven't invested in any lighting, and there's a big mess behind me because this is my family garage that they use to store stuff, okay? So don't mind the trash behind me or anything around here. Just focus on the car right there, okay? But today is the day that we take it apart and hopefully find out what we could do to get this car fixed before we actually decide on building the motor, right? Yes, if you guys haven't been watching my other videos, I've been dropping hints towards the end of the video. That's why you always gotta watch till the end, because then you'll get sometimes a sneak peek of what's going on in the next video. But we are gonna build the motor. I'm just waiting all the parts to arrive yet for I can actually do like a build setup thing video for it, you know, if I can have all the parts and show you guys what's going in the motor. So what I want to do right now, since I missed this car so damn much, I'm just literally gonna see if I could just get new pistons. Hopefully it's just new pistons, and plop them in and then put the whole car back together and drive, because that's the whole point of this 340 horsepower build, was to see how much fun we could actually have with this car and how fast a 350 horsepower Integra actually is, and what it could go up against and beat or lose to. So stay tuned for that once this car is fixed. But enough talking about it, let's actually get into the process of the teardown and let's see how everything goes. But as you can see, I haven't done anything progress wise because the car's been sitting here an hour away from where I currently live. So that's why the content is a little stale right now, because I'm just waiting on parts. Obviously it takes a lot of money to get all these parts because I'm getting name brand parts like Real Street and everything from like Tri-State Motorsport and other name brand parts that you guys are gonna see when the time is right. That means I just gotta take out the pistons, which I'm gonna do without taking the block out. I'm gonna just pop them out one by one from underneath, you know, take off the oil pan and work from under there, and then pop the new pistons in as well. First I gotta hone that cylinder wall. As you can see right there, that little scratch, yeah, that needs to be honed. I'm gonna do all the cylinders before we even begin to put the pistons in. All right, so we're under the car now. All we had to start doing is unloosening all the oil pan bolts, and then I'll try to show you as best as possible the whole process from under here. I don't have that much space, so I'm gonna try my best. Alright, so now that we have the oil pickup and the little oil girder off, we're actually going to start taking off the piston nuts, as well as we might have to, I think, yeah, we're going to have to take this little girdle thing off as well to actually remove all 4 pistons. And then we could actually see the damage. Alright, so I took out the piston. You guys want to see the damage that is dealt? As you can see, the whole wall is scratched, right? But, you know, we could fix that with a nice hone. Doesn't look like it's like super deep or anything like that, just like a surface scratch. And on the other side it looks perfectly fine. All right, so this is the piston, guys, right? This is what it looks like. As you can see, this is the scoring from one of the sides of the walls. And then if we keep going, you know, see this image, keep it in your head. Look how nice and clean this whole area is, right? If we go to the other side, boom. You see what happened? I could put my whole finger in there, literally. So that's what happened. It like imploded from inside and cracked the whole piston. And as you can see, all the scoring marks. But the main problem was this big ass hole that I did not know was there. Because from the top, all you see this is like pushed in. That's about it. But that's the real damage. So hopefully I'm praying that's what it looks like, because rod's not bent. Everything's perfectly fine from underneath, all that, you know what I'm saying? All I'm doing is now getting new pistons, and we're installing them, and hopefully we could go beat some Hellcats. Alright, so we're back now. It's currently, literally has been a month since that last clip that you guys watched. I've been waiting for my new pistons to come in, the ones that are like stock that we're going to be putting into the engine to hopefully have everything running by hopefully today or tomorrow. But the pistons finally arrived. They're right behind me. I'll show you guys in a little bit. But it's been a month. It literally took a month. It was supposed to take 3 days and it took a month. So I'm sorry, even though you guys didn't have to wait. I did. But anyways, let me show you what I bought. All right, these are the little pistons I bought. They're Nippon or Nippon pistons, whatever. As you can see there, they look very nice. Apparently they're stock configuration and everything, you know what I mean? Let me take out the package for you. There you go. See? Looks completely exactly the same as the actual stock ones that the car brings from factory. And it comes with the piston rings, which are right there. So hopefully we can slap these bad boys in today and get this car running, because I really miss this car. But there was a problem, like always, from what I think it's a problem. I don't know if it actually is or not, but I'm just gonna reuse one of the original pistons just because I want to be safe. But for example, you see that little skirt right here, that little like lip right here? See how it's nice and smooth and completely? It's a gap, and then the lip, and then a gap, right? If you turn it around, it looks nothing like that. As you can see, it's gap, tiny bit of lip, gap, and then a tiny bit of lip, and then another gap. As you can see there. I don't think that is safe. The guy said that was something about making them actually balanced or whatever, but I was like, nah, dude, I ain't trusting it. So I think we're going to discard this piston as of right now. So we are still basically exactly where we left off 1 month ago. That's crazy to say, but yeah, everything's in the oil pan, all the bolts and parts, and then all we have to do is hone this cylinder here and all the other cylinders, and I don't know how we're going to do it because I can't drop the crank, but maybe I'll cover it up with something, obviously, for shavings don't get on there and all that fun stuff. So let's see how we do this, and it's hopefully we don't have any new problems that arise. Alright, as you can see, we have all the oil squirters out right there. Now all we have to do is clean up the cylinder and dress everything up, like put napkins where napkins are supposed to go. Well, not really, but like these little hand towels. That's what I'm going to use to cover up the crank for when I'm honing. Shavings don't fall directly onto the crank. This is by no means the right way to do it, but this is how I'm going to do it, because this is the only option I have, and I don't want to drop the whole motor. So maybe it's because I'm lazy or not, but this is not the right way. If you do this, you right there watching, and something breaks, it is not my fault. Alright, so we did all the cylinders now. Here I'm going to show you what these cross hatches look like. There you go. Look at that. You can barely see it, but let me get you even closer. There you go. You see how they look? That's how they're supposed to look. So we did that with every single cylinder. This is where the damage was at. It's pretty smooth, like really smooth, so that's what we wanted. And then I cleaned it up with a little bit of brake cleaner. Also cleaned up the crank, as you guys know that I did over the crank. But now we're gonna do the piston rings and hopefully get these pistons in.